What's up, y'all? Welcome to Geek'd with Trey. Thank you for stopping by my podcast and checking me and the Geek Fam out, where we cover celebrity topics, local topics, and just everyday life shit. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and share. And also keep in mind that I don't own any of the rights to the music that's playing in the background or that plays in the background during the show. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. What up, what it do, Geek Crew?
What it do?
Hey, fam.
What up? How's
Hey,
it
friends.
Geek team, Geek fam. Can't wait till that starts catching. Like fetch. Make it catch. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. So one thing I want to talk about first, has anybody noticed a change in their algorithm? Like on their TikTok, on their Facebook, on their Instagram at all?
Yes.
Like I noticed, like it's been,
especially X.
I mean, I don't really get on X like that. I mean, Geek'd Out with Trey has an X, but I don't really get on X like that. I mean, like yes, it's on there to promote and talk about topics and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't really be on there like that. But you know that X is not over in China.
Yes, I saw.
Kind of sort of why like they try to take our TikTok away for a couple hours or whatever. I thought that was gonna take
What's X?
Wait, no, Twitter.
What's X?
Twitter.
Oh, but you on Twitter, it's just a bunch of like conversations. There's like no pictures or videos or stuff, right?
Yeah, there's kind of
like a bunch of people chatting.
Yeah, I mean, like, yes, it's a media site. It's at this point, we all just need to go back to MySpace. I was like,
that's the vibe I get when I think about X.
Where Tom at? We didn't have all these issues back when Tom was around. Like, like the algorithm has changed. Like, apparently, like, there's like a lot of protesting going on in a lot of different other countries, protesting for us, but like, it's not coming through on our news feed, on our For You page, like that. What's going on TikTok? I see you. For now, until we don't have TikTok no more, and all those other lemonades and red notes and all those things like that. But no, I just thought that was kind of curious. And
once it's gone, the other social media sites will start to pick up and pay, just like TikTok, won't they?
No, because so a lot of apps are like Lemonade, which also like Geek'd Out with Trey is on or whatever. They took that away too because it's through China. It's all through China or whatever. So like Red Note, you couldn't get on none of those things. Red Note, you couldn't get on none of the Lemonade.
It was because they over here cutting checks.
I mean, people are making millions off of TikTok. That's what a lot
I saw the shrug dude. I don't know who he is, but he's the shrug dude. He just be like shrugging in the video. People do stupid stuff and it just be his little black self with his big old eyes. And he just be like, you know what I'm talking about? They said something about he made 20 million on TikTok. Yeah, they said he made 20 million in 2024.
I would definitely say since COVID or whatever, like being a content creator has definitely been the move.
And that is a lifetime of money. Seriously, in 1 year.
20 million
from just shrugging. Yeah.
I mean, I can make that go pretty quick.
Well, you would invest half of it, so you got to make more money. So you could potentially get 20 million and never have to work again. Just let your money work for you at that point.
I mean, I would definitely work again because my helicopter that I want.
Crazy? Go away!
Helicopter
that's the difference between you and me, because I'll be living right over there in Montclair with my 20 million.
I'm still going to live here in the DMV area. I'm still going to live right here in Woodbridge and Geek'd Out with Trey here in Woodbridge, actually. And I don't know if I've ever said this out loud or whatever, but do you know here in Woodbridge in the where the mall is? Do you know over there where the big building across from Walmart is?
The big building from Walmart. Yeah, the one Gander. It used to be Gander.
That's the building I want to buy for Geeked Out with Trey.
Well, I hear you.
Those,
Speak it into
that's how
fruition.
big my dreams are. You see how big the building is? And you weren't living here at the time. I know we're getting off topic. Well, we talking about futures and speaking things into existence. And you talk about entrepreneurship. So no, this isn't off topic. So once upon a time, that store used to be called Incredible Universe. And it used to be like a mall outside the mall, whatever. I'm talking, they had everything in there. Back in the day, Radio Shack was in there. Like, this is the time of era that we're going with. There was Radio Shack. There was what's the other one? Circuit Cities, and then like, you know, the other ones, like, you know, like phone stores and all those things like that. It was like 100 little stores. They almost put the mall. Yeah, they almost put that mall out of business. That's how big it is in there.
In Texas, we call those bazaars.
I mean,
whereas a whole bunch of little stores, they don't all have to be name brand, but sometimes some of them are, because it might be like a Family Dollar or something in there. Yeah. And they all in one space in one building.
And this was like early,
not the mall.
Like, we were still going to Old Country Buffet, and then like doing our Sunday dinner, our Sunday breakfast.
So wait a minute, when did we stop going to Old Country Buffet? Or are you just saying your family?
Yeah. When the time when this store was around, like we would go to Old Country Buffet. Oh, okay. Then after that, you know, you would either go to the mall, go to the movies, or we would just go there and hang out versus going across the street to the mall. So back in this little history about Woodbridge, they almost.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, it's a very big building in there. So I know what it looks like in there, and that's the building that I want to have.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, it looked big from the outside.
Exactly, but wait till you look and see the inside when I buy that. See, all right. So we're gonna be talking about entrepreneurship today, y'all, and hustling, and not just the bad hustling, like, you know, like the good hustles, like, you know, content creating, you know, on top of an additional to your new jobs and stuff like that. Versus, sorry, I was reading these comments. She caught my eyes. Content creating, and there's other hustles as well too. I mean, yes, mine just so happen to be being a content creator right now. What are you guys' thoughts on that right now with the whole content industry?
My response is going to be short because I'm not super familiar with it. You know, I'm not big on social media, so I'm just kind of getting into it. What am I? I'm more of a Facebook thing, and I'm like, I have 94 friends, and it's all people that I know that I've actually met face to face, and maybe a couple people that's like I met them once, a friend of a friend or something. But it's more or less just, I don't know. I'm not that deep into it. So I'm not really sure yet.
It's true.
But you pulling me in.
Hey,
I feel like eventually it may become obsolete. I don't think content creating as a whole will become obsolete. I think there's certain apps, because like I used to be on an app called Picosha.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing that just happened to TikTok happened to Picosha in 2023. And I wasn't even like full time on there. I would just do it after work for a few hours, and I was getting like $700 a month. And they realized that the Americans were making so much money on those apps, and it was taken away from, you know, some of their original people, that they shut it down. And then now
is that taxable income?
Oh, it was W-2.
Okay.
Allegedly.
All things are allegedly.
99.
But yeah, it was you know, that was you know, a good bit of change. Back in 2020, I jumped on Bigo when everybody was doing Bigo. Now, I wasn't an official host on Bigo because of the country that Bigo was in. I was like behind the scenes recruiting people and then getting a kickback off of the people that I was recruiting and training. And so, you know, that was, you know, lucrative, and people are still on Bigo, but they ended up changing the rules, they did a whole lot of changes to make it so hard for people to get their money on there. So I just feel like, you know, the more that people make on some of these apps that are from a different country, then the more that they're going to either make it harder or they're just going to take it from you. So we have to stick to either post it on social media, you know, or like YouTube and stuff.
True, which my platform is really based off of on YouTube. Like, so back to the question about like, oh, she said I'm more of a Facebook. I only know I know everybody. I actually do know pretty much everybody on my Facebook for the most part. I keep my Facebook kind of personal, and then every other thing, like, you know, like TikTok right now, whatever. Yes, that's social media. Like this, I don't know 3,000 people. I do know 3,000 people, but I don't know 3,000 people first, like personally.
Yeah.
And then even if I do know 3,000 personally, I do have a general rule for my Facebook. Like I can sit down and go have a cup of coffee with everybody on my Facebook.
Yeah, I feel like if I got into it, I'd be one of those people that felt like it was too much pressure. Like how responsible do I have to be? Like you are pretty good. You know, you got your show certain nights and you come up with the topics and you do all that prep work and commit it. And I just don't feel like I have enough to commit.
And it's crazy because like everybody
got enough to put into it.
That's oftentimes I also ask, like, so like we only film once a week. There was one time we were doing twice a week, and I'm still open to doing twice a week. But there are some people that do this every day, and one of the questions I do ask, like, oh, how do you manage your time and how do you juggle all that? Yes, it is in the beginning. It is there's a rhythm, a rhyme, and a reason to all these things. Once you get the hang of it, so yes, in the beginning, it is hard to start your podcast or anything. Even if you think about it, it's hard to start like, you know, like a fish tank, for an example. Like it costs like $100 to pretty much start a basic fish tank. But anyway, so anything's going to be like a struggle in the beginning. But like once you manage things, like the editing and all those things and coming up with topics, those things are hard. But then on top of that, sometimes I just listen to a general conversation of like, oh, what conversations am I having? What topics are we talking about with my friends? Or what topics are we talking about at work? Any of those things. Or it could just be something simple I heard on the radio. This particular season, I want to get a little bit more cultured. So I don't want to get a little bit more cultured, which I wouldn't mind. I want to spread a little bit more culture. Is basically what I want to say. But yeah, so once you get the rhythm and the rhyme and all the reasoning behind all those things, like, yo, it's a breeze once you get to it. Like, especially like over, like this is going into our third season. Y'all are so good now because in the beginning, I would have to go back and re-edit things and edit things because, you know, people say certain things, whatever. Now we're able to just shoot a straight show or whatever, and then I don't have to do too much editing. So you guys help me a lot by just going with the flow and rolling with the punches. So kudos to you guys. Let's see. Another question.
You got a good cast.
Say what? Yeah, I do have a good cast.
You got a good cast.
A good rotation, a good vibe, a good thing for a good cast. So some of the strategies to adapting to conditions. I just went over all those things as well too. So one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is like right now the whole DEI thing. A lot of people are rolling back. And in the beginning, I will say, okay, I can't remember if it was the beginning of this show or the end of last season or whatever. I was all okay. I'm boycotting. Now I'm in a little bit of a pickle. I know, right?
I'm shocked because I'm usually the odd man out. So I have a big smile on where I think you're going with this.
So I am still. I mean, I was in the business. Like, first of all, like, how long are we boycotting all these things? Because boycotting all these things, like, are we going to just do this for 4 years and then we just going to go right back to the stores as well too? But yes,
are we just saying it and we still going to the store anyway because it's right around the corner?
I have not eaten at McDonald's in 2 months.
due to what they're saying, a boycott or what? Because did they roll back DEI?
Yeah, so there's like a list of stores that's actually posted, I think, on like the second to last or one of the last couple episodes. There's a list of stores, huh? Yeah, there's like there's a list of stores and since then the stores have grown. We're not really supposed to be participating in, but also since then I have also learned that a lot of stores are being bullied.
Hey, friend.
Hola.
Hey.
Hola.
Sorry, late.
Hey, just jump right on in. It's only 11 minutes. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. And then like, so with a lot of companies, so the question was like, where do we stand with the whole boycotting situation? Like, are we going to be doing this for the next 4 years? And then like within, I said, I like, Allison, I told him in the beginning, like I was all for boycotting. Now I'm a little bit on the fence of boycotting because it's starting to affect a lot of other people, like, you know, like Tabitha Brown.
Right.
A lot of her products are um Target, Walmart. She tells her season in the Walmart, and she made a video and she went live about this. And it's like, okay, so now like, do we just go to these stores and only buy Black people?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, well, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you guys. I just wanted to add on. I will go on and fully admit that I have gone to Target and I did buy a couple lunchboxes, but they were Black-owned brand. So I would have to agree. I think sometimes this all or nothing approach can be detrimental and it can backfire. So I think I think it's very reasonable that if we want to protest on a very like practical level, because I mean, when it comes to Kmart, Walmart, they are a lot more financially affordable when it comes to starting your brand and selling it. They're a lot cheaper to work with than, say, a more mass-producing company like Neiman Marcus or Macy's or Nordstrom. You know, I guess brands like that. Like it might be a little bit more expensive to go and approach it that way, because I see a lot of brands sometimes they'll put their makeup or a new perfume or some product. It's cheaper for them to put it in Walmart, and they reach a better audience that way because it's a lot more affordable for people as opposed to maybe something that just would be.
True. I mean, I can see all those things as well too. But my thing is too, like, oh, because she went out for a little bit. I think she might be driving at the same time. Don't be crashing though. No, yes.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. My network has been absolute trash for like a month, so I'm sorry it's been in and out.
Yeah, we were talking about networking issues earlier, like your whole news, like everybody's feed and all that stuff like that being different. But yeah, no, it's crazy because like Tabitha Brown definitely made a video this weekend, and it was kind of like it made you think. She was just like she was here for it. She's here with it. She hears what we're saying, but at the same time, like now she's in the situation, and like multiple other people, not just her, but a whole bunch of people are in the situation. You know, like yeah, I got my products on the shelves, but one, I ain't got nowhere to take my products off these shelves and store it. Where I'm gonna do that,
right?
And then not now, whatever. Not everybody has money to move because it costs money to move your products and all those things like that. So,
right,
a lot of people are in like that situation as well too. Hard, but no, it's just like I don't know where to like. It's just like, damn, where did we go from here?
Right. And that list just keeps growing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, where do we go? Period.
True. And then like where to like where do we go? Period. Where do we go? No. First of all, nobody's like they're telling us they're stating out problems, but not stating out the solution to problems.
So well, that's been the issue I think for a really long time. I think it's really easy for us to. And I know people aren't going to like my choice of words, but it's really easy to complain. It's really easy to point a finger. But I think it's a lot harder for people to come up with solutions. I'm not a big fan of just complaining and whining for the sake of it. Like, I need you to have a solution to your problem.
You're bringing up issues, but you don't have no solutions.
And it's hard to defend an issue if you don't resolve.
It's like, well, where do we go? Because nobody's putting out a list of like, black stores where we can go, a website.
It's a bunch of fake outrage. It's a bunch of fake outrage is what it is.
Because the thing is, those stores are there, dude. There's a young lady that's on the rodeo circuit, and she is making her waves as, one of the few.
Yeah.
I can hear.
Yeah. Well, I did this morning run across a video and I saved it. I had to completion. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm gone.
I hadn't watched it to completion, but there's a lady that posted a video I saw it this morning on X, and so she was coming with a solution to the places that you can go instead. And she's like, "Oh, y'all are asking, where to do this." She was like, "I wrote a whole book about this," and so she has like a book and a website and everything of like all the places that you can go to like find Black-owned products and Black-owned stores, Black-owned libraries, and all of that stuff.
Okay. And you know what? That's fair. And I'm a big fan of shopping local, but I'm also an hourly paid employee, not even mid-level, and it's hard to shop there.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Every time my screen goes out, it just cuts my connection.
That's okay.
And you want to support those companies and businesses, but I get it. You have to buy your products. You're not getting a discount like Walmart gets from mass sales and stuff like that. I understand that, but you have to understand that you have to gain your clientele. Like it's kind of like a 50-50. If I can't afford it, I just can't do it.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, McDonald's didn't start off just doing what it was. It had to start somewhere.
Exactly. Their burger started at 99 cents.
Damn, I remember when them burgers.
But over the years, they got better and they got a little bit bigger.
No, 69 cents.
Oh, that's right. Well, in my time,
they were 99 cents about 2004. That's about the 99 cent cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
But back in the 90s, they were 69 cents.
The golden arch, baby. Back when McDonald's was good.
Back when McDonald's.
Chicken nuggets was fat.
Oh man.
Breakfast burritos was on point.
Oh man. All right. So hang on. Sorry, I had to move down a little bit. I was like, I already said that. So hang on. Oh yeah, so pretty much what I was going to go with it, because I was like, I was going somewhere with that. So basically, companies right now are pretty much like in a situation where it's like a get down or lay down situation. Like they're being forced to being taken out their DEI because of the person that's in office right now. And it's just like, why are companies? Well, first of all, why? First of all, that was put into our Constitution, and then it was taken out of our Constitution.
If that's true, though, they can say that they're not a part of DEI, but it doesn't mean they have to change their hiring procedure.
But it's just like,
they can still continue to operate the way they've been operating, whether they're DEI or not.
But I'm just like, why are we even this is supposed to be like the land of the free and all that shit. Why are we even having a conversation about?
Because everybody is supposed to be equal, and there are some people who feel like, okay, we get it. Yes, we understand. You guys, meaning us, everybody on this call has had an opportunity to get ahead, and they feel like they're being shorted now.
No,
they feel like opportunities are being taken away from them because we have an extra opportunity to advance, which of course we all know that's not true, but that's the perspective that they're throwing out there. It's like, it's unfair. You guys are getting an advantage. Well, why did we need that in the first place?
This has actually been a complaint for a while in the organization that I work in. And it's laughable because I can remember specifically a guy that had no education. And he out of local law enforcement with no education and thought that he could come in and challenge and get jobs over people who had years of experience under their belt on top of education.
Actual credentials.
Yes. And so he's he felt like, he should be able to get it. And that's your privilege when, this particular person has family who are politicians, his stepdad and his aunt and his uncle, and he's friends with all of these people that are law in law enforcement, and he's been to the governor's mansion and all of this stuff. So he feels like him without his education, and this is in the state of Mississippi, by the way, but he without his education is supposed to be able to compete and get the same jobs as folks with master's degrees that have also been working in this field for years before he showed up. Then there's another young lady, same office, that she got there from that particular, she benefited from that program. although she's doesn't look like us, but she benefited from that program because of her background and where she comes from, and you know, and she, in poverty and all of that, a church member was able to pull her in, and that's how she got there. Also, with no education and no credentials, and then she feels like, oh, okay, these other people who are beating me out of jobs are only getting these jobs because they're black. She actually said that out of her mouth, and she and I were very close. So I was disappointed that that this is how she felt. Like, girl, you came here from a like a sewing shop, and now you're a federal employee and with no education. Like, shut up and sit
And
the
it's
corner.
wild because
Yeah,
it's so obvious sometimes how, yes, you can have everything on paper, but sometimes it's so clear that charisma gets people so much farther.
Yeah, it's a level of entitlement as well. Just like
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's
I wish I had
ridiculous.
that kind of confidence. Like, I absolutely deserve this, and I need someone to convince me why I don't.
right.
Girl,
I would love that level of
if I
confidence.
had the charisma and the personality that I have with that type of confidence, I'd be in jail.
Oh Lord.
You know what?
They'd be like,
Right.
lock up the up. No.
I would not be able to have excelled as far as I have in my personal life, in my career, in my education, if I decided to feel entitled to behave and express and perform however I pleased. I would not have gotten as far as I have. I would have just barely made it out of high school.
Mm.
Because if you go through this world thinking you don't have to try or you don't have to do anything, then I think it gives you a certain level of delusion.
Yeah. And I think
That's for the world right now.
Like,
man.
what do you mean? Why can't you just hand it to me because I drive a Porsche? Don't you drive a Honda? She doesn't deserve it. She drives a Honda. I drive a Porsche, though. We should go play golf. Great. I'll see you on Monday. Like,
Damn shame. My thing is, like, I just don't know. Like, I'm very curious to see where we are going to go with all of this. Like, at this point, we just got to start, like, growing our own food, making our own damn clothes. Like, it's just like,
start really investing in ourselves. Like, we do this little short.
It's almost like we've advanced too much.
did we advance that we reverted back to, like, damn, like,
that we need to revert back
to
become. The world just needs to be more humble, is what it is. The world needs to be more humble as a group, as a collective unit, and that ain't gonna happen because the world it's too advanced. Everyone can always somebody and
stop us from a lot of things.
If we were still growing our own food, you think half the problems that we have right now would even exist?
Nah.
I think
that's just one small thing.
Oh yeah.
Everybody complaining about eggs, which I don't get because I never paid more than $5 for an 18 count. This whole fake outrage egg ordeal. I don't know. Maybe y'all felt it. Maybe I just didn't. But I didn't really notice the little egg thing. But the chick who had her chicken, the chick who had her chicken. She said my chickens deliver every time, and we all out here arguing about how much eggs cost. And she got a 24 pack for free. Her chicken's out there laying eggs.
Yeah, I like some fresh eggs now.
I do like fresh brown eggs. But I don't like taking care of chicken.
I don't want to.
They can be very smelly, and if you aren't following appropriate protocol, it is very easy for that to go south.
What'd you say, Jay?
I got a question.
I said, where you do your shopping? Because because the last time I got eggs, they were $7.99. So I need to know what
I go to Safeway, but I have the Safeway app. And I check my coupons, and they have the big family pack on sale for $5 constantly.
Oh, okay. Because Safeway is across the street from my apartment.
Hold on.
Use your app. You have to use. I really recommend you download the app. That's the only way you pay regular price at Safeway.
Gotcha. I have to get that. Yeah, okay.
And you get points, and you get gas points because Safeway is across the street from me too. That's why I hate going there, but I go there and I use the app, and you really rack up gas points for Exxon.
About to look this shit up right now.
Oh, for Exxon, okay.
I mean, it's like every time I go, I get a few cents off.
Okay.
Yep.
12.
Okay, where was we at, host?
No, I had to look this shit up because I'm not out here paying $7 for no eggs. So I want
Me
to
either.
figure out eggs from. I had to look this shit up. Okay,
I missed it.
it's a 12 count for $3.99. Why y'all ain't get that?
Pick one.
And then
So then get two.
even for the
Because I was getting the family pack, which is what, 48 eggs or something like that,
well,
for $5.
the nigger free eggs, the cage, no, I'm sorry, the cage free eggs, they going for $6.29.
And that's cage free. I feel like that's regular. But I mean, again, I don't know.
They got fucking records. See, these eggs that got records, they've been locked up and they've been in the cage. So these are the eggs that you need to get. These $3.99s right here. I like niggas that got records.
I know. You know what? And you Trey, you exactly right. It be the people out here buying organic, dietary or natural free stuff. Talking about the price cost. These Eggland's best are $10.99. I can't believe
how much they got playing. I'm sorry.
Eggland's best making Safeway brand.
I grew up in the '90s and I'm from inner city, so we ain't never have no cage eggs.
Okay.
I ain't have no real eggs until I became an adult.
Mm.
And I wouldn't even say real eggs. I would say I didn't have the experience of eating fresh eggs until I was an adult. I do know the difference. I do know the difference between a duck egg and a chicken egg.
And a quail egg.
I eat no quail egg.
Oh, really? There's a really good ramen place in Springfield, and they have quail eggs as one of the options. It's good.
I probably try.
They just like little cherries, but eggs. And when you chew them, they like the yolk kind of just like pops in your mouth like a tomato. It's so good. Okay, anyways. It's quail egg. They're bite-sized.
I will try probably the quail egg, but I will not try, what's the egg with the half alive, not half alive, but the half bird, half yolk. I'm not doing that.
I don't know about that.
That's an Asian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's go in. I got some rapid questions for y'all. And I'm trying to decide if I want to be petty now. I'm gonna wait. I think you can see where it's going. It's lit up in here. All right. So first and foremost, we're gonna say congratulations to my girl Beyonce. She got nominated for a couple of British awards, and she also nominated this weekend for some Grammys. Y'all watching the Grammys this weekend?
Mm-mm.
I probably won't watch the Grammys. I'll just catch the highlights, and the only reason why I'm catching the highlights is because we talk about it here on the show. I mean, I will go back. Well, yeah, I will go back and catch the highlights. Let's talk about my homegirl, Wendy Williams. She's been making spotlight appearances lately. She's been, they caught her a couple weeks ago when she went to her son's graduation while we were on break. And then also she was doing a phone interview on the Breakfast Club. The author is ready for a return to the purple chair. Because they guardianship and conservatorship and all that stuff been going on or whatever. It makes it seem like she's not right. But let me tell you something. If y'all go back and watch that video from when she was at her son's graduation, yo, Wendy Williams is sharp. She is there. There ain't nothing. There's been rumors going around, and all this is allegedly. There's been rumors going around talking about like she's like what is it? Not Alzheimer's, but like she.
I think they did allegedly say something about Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah, Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or something, whatever. She has like some type of mental illness going.
But yeah, Graves' disease too. But they trying to say she got something else now. But that's why she got what is it called?
Dementia is what they said she had allegedly.
Dementia. Yep.
They said she had dementia. Let me tell you something.
But you know what? They do say alcoholism causes dementia, and allegedly she has an alcohol problem.
Yeah, true. That's very true. All those things.
And it is a fact that alcohol can exacerbate dementia.
Yo, Wendy, we trying to see you back in the chair.
I love me some Wendy. How you doing?
Wendy would have ate this whole
24. Y'all remember that time? Y'all remember that time she tried to tell us about allegedly P. Diddy?
Yes. Yes. We can talk about allegedly P. Diddy. Cases filed against Mr. Diddy.
I remember that episode.
Oh, Wendy's been trying to tell us about Diddy since she was on the radio. That's how long this has been going on. Like I know he's had a 30 year, but she's been trying to tell us because like I said on the show before, back in the day, I can't remember. I know she was on the radio, and this was definitely on Power 99 FM back in the day. She talked about there was like a letter going around of a list of like, pretty much around the time when was it Superhead? Yeah, I think Superhead, because it was like, yeah, her book had came out. So like she had talked about like all the celebrities, but then around that time or whatever, there was like a list of emails like of all the freaky celebrities, like had like a freak off or something like that. And who has freak offs now? Or who had freak offs? Mr. Cone.
Yeah, that's my girl. I love me some Wendy.
I definitely grew up on her. I'm sorry, Wendy's. I grew up on Wendy. I definitely grew up on Wendy. I remember catching the trolley, listening to her on the way home, and then it was cool because I got to watch her go from radio to TV.
Oh, that's right, because you were in that area because she was in New York, right?
Yeah, but when
on local radio.
But when she was on the radio, she was in Philly.
In Philly, okay.
Yep. And then she went to working, got on the radio, or was on the radio again, back and forth. And then, she became on TV. And then that was kind of cool to watch.
I really only know her from her TV show. And then I went backwards and researched her.
Yeah.
Because I started watching her on TV. But
you remember her from the episode of Martin?
The episode?
Yeah, go back and watch the episode of Martin. He was there was a whole bunch of people going in, like radio people, whatever, and they had to introduce Martin Lawrence or Martin Payne.
Okay.
Introduce himself
when he was when he was still working for Stan at the radio station.
Yeah, and then she went and introduced herself, and she was Wendy Williams at whatever radio station that she was working with at the time. I was just like,
that's right, because he was in Chicago. Okay, yeah, all right. I'm gonna go back and look for that. I'm gonna go back. I ain't see my girl.
Hair, all that was that she had a ponytail. That wasn't hers, but like she had her hair in an actual ponytail. It's crazy because I'm actually watching Martin right now. Not right now, but at night. It's what I go back to. All right. How we get all the way off of that? But yeah. I didn't finish watching the interview on the Breakfast Club or whatever, but it was like a phone interview, so I definitely want to go back because y'all know her and Charlamagne have history together because Charlamagne her TV show, or not her TV show, her radio show. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that, and then can we double back on that?
We can talk about actually. We can make that a whole segment about radio stations back in the day, calling into the radio station on.
Can I just tell y'all real quick? This is funny about the radio station.
Go ahead.
So Saturday, my brother, they was bringing me home, and right when I got out the car, we was listening to the radio, and they was like, Commanders fan, call in right now. It's a Commanders winning weekend. Win tickets to the Mike Epps. We got, what is it? We the one store or something like that.
Okay.
And so I called. And Trey, I don't know, I win stuff on the radio kind of oddly often.
Yeah.
So of course he answered, and he was like, "You a Commanders fan?" And I promise y'all, yep, Trey, that was what I did right there. I was like,
I think the correct.
I mean, I want to see them win, and then he was like, "You ain't no Commanders fan," and hung up on me.
Yo, that's a loyal fan right there. Because I don't think
I couldn't do it. No.
I don't think I could.
I was like, no. I was like, I want to see them win, but I ain't gonna say all that now.
Ain't saying all that, no. Speaking of,
and my brother was like, did he hang up on you? I was like, he hung up on me.
Damn. So wait, what y'all think about Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly? Do y'all think it's for reals this time? Because like I feel like they've been breaking up multiple times, and she knows she's about to be due soon.
I don't think this is the last breakup.
You said you don't think this is the last breakup? You think they're going to get back together?
Yeah, because they're going to get back together when the baby get here.
Yeah, I feel like once that baby...
And then they're going to break up again.
I miss you. I'm sorry. Apparently, she allegedly found something that she is like very unforgettable, that she can't forgive him.
And
he stole her money?
She couldn't have found that a year ago.
She couldn't find that shit 9 months ago?
Right.
Ooh, just asking for a friend. Sorry, Meg. This is perfect. I'm so glad you're here, Nede. What is our girl Rihanna going to do? Because apparently things are not looking so in court today. I saw some.
Allegedly he he bust 2 times in the air
Mm-hmm.
and during an altercation with his ex like rap buddy. But the police said they did not find any evidence of that. And then in a day or so later, the victim showed up at the police station with like a bullet casing saying that he got them from the scene himself.
Mm.
So I'm thinking that if he has a half decent lawyer, he's gonna be okay. But no, this is devastating. He can't get locked up. He can't.
Because just off the based off the court case that was here today that I saw today on TMZ, like the plea, like they was like in the comment section they were talking about he should just take the plea deal because like the guy that was in there, one of the witnesses that they had, I guess he was reading out their text messages, going back and forth, and apparently it didn't look so good. But his partner, Miss Rihanna, was definitely there in support. And
I like how she went through the underground tunnel.
What you mean by that? Because she definitely did it.
She did it for good. He was like pushing through the cameras, pushing people around and stuff. And meanwhile, she's like going through like some kind of underground parking garage where they bring you up through the inside, through the back, and then the cameras that are in the courtroom are not allowed to pan into the audience.
I mean,
so she basically was like in and out discreetly for the most part, of course.
Yeah.
Because people were, obviously people were looking for her. But did allegedly TMZ get a photo? Because if they ain't get no photo, ain't no photo to get got.
Well, she might have went in that way, but when she came out, she was walking beside him.
Okay.
Walking beside him, and then like they were asking her questions, and I actually kind of expected more for some of the questions that they were yelling out. I expected Rihanna to do a little like pop off, or whatever, like back up, like how she sat there.
She's grown out of that.
She Beyonce her way through that whole situation. People saying story things, and
Rihanna's not ghetto.
Somebody even asked her, "Hey, can you sign my album? Would you mind signing an album right now?" She was just like, she just smiled, and I know she had a whole bunch to say as soon as that car door closed. I'm just, and
then as soon as that door closed, she broke down crying. I was like,
I don't think she broke down crying. I think she started cussing out. She's like, this motherfucker. She went, what the bumbuckle?
These motherfuckers.
She was like, now they playing with her time.
I try to keep her image as long as this case is ongoing.
Or
I don't like the way he was pushing through the photography crowd, though. I mean, I get it. He could have had maybe let his bodyguard or somebody else push through, but you're being accused of a violent crime. I don't think you should enter court in that manner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like pushing, and I get it. You could see he just walked through angry, not annoyed. Like stars are annoyed, like that camera on my face, blah blah blah. He was like angry. He was like pushing people. It was crazy.
I'm just like, damn, what is Rihanna gonna do? We got 2 kids. I mean, I know what she gonna do. I mean, she got the help. She got
3.
She got 3 kids.
She pregnant.
I don't know. I keep seeing different photos of her where she isn't and she isn't, because she be at different events. Because sometimes she be outside sometimes, and I think just think that
Rihanna be outside pregnant, not pregnant, or make it. She always outside.
I mean, and I'm here for thick Rihanna too. I like Rihanna small or skinny. She would go. I'm here for it.
She's a grown up now.
Very grown up. Love me some Riri.
Her Auntie album. Do y'all know when it came out? Because I think I've seen people posting about it this morning as like an anniversary or something.
She didn't do nothing for it.
You talking about when it originally came out?
Yeah.
It was before 2020. I think that I'm pretty sure it was before 2020.
All right. So
that was Riri.
Let me get to my last question. I can't go off the air without saying this. I mean, as you guys know, it's been green in here this whole time.
All right, I'll see y'all next week.
Not without this girl. You gonna come back here. Not her. Talk about, you guys can catch me on Instagram. No. Who do y'all think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I would like to see the Eagles win because I don't know. I don't really have a stake in the game. I don't care who wins. I just want to watch a good game.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not into sports. My reasoning of going for the Eagles is weird.
You think it's scripted? Oh,
You said what?
you think it's scripted? Everybody say the NFL scripted.
Mm-hmm. You hit the mute button. Anybody else hear anything?
I can't hear.
Oh, okay. I can hear.
I can hear you.
Oh, hang on. I was like, did somebody hit the mute button? I didn't touch that. Put my sign.
Y'all hear me? I realized that the sound come to my headphones.
There you go. It was like only the last part. You were saying that the reason why you don't have sport or why you don't like sports, and then boom.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm not really into sports, so the only reason why I'm rooting for the Eagles is because you have two quarterbacks and they're both supposed to be black, but one has a black family and the other one doesn't. So I was like, that money and that ring to go home where the black woman at.
You always want to see the underdog win.
I mean, also too, this is like the first time they had a rookie captain take them all the way to the championship. You know, this will be the third time.
Didn't y'all just win? No, that was like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, this will be my third time seeing the Eagles go to the Super Bowl. Either third or fourth time in my lifetime seeing the Eagles go to the Super Bowl.
Oh wow!
And not many people.
Must be a nice feeling.
I know.
Cowboy Nation.
It's comfortable here. I can say it's very familiar. It's current too. All right, y'all. So that comes to the end of our show. So we're gonna root for the Eagles this weekend. We're gonna watch the Grammys. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough Sunday.
What time everything come on?
I don't know what time the game is on, but I know, the Grammys is like, what, 3-hour show? Ain't nobody try. That's why I watch the highlights. Because ain't nobody try to sit there no more for 3 hours. It's like, the clock, they go off. I'm like 3-4 hours. Like, nah, the Grammys and the Emmys, just show me the highlights. If something happens or whatever, hopefully social media caught that shit so I can catch it. But what I am about to do is catch News Eve. So on that note, you guys can catch us next week here on Geek'd with Trey. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow us. Follow us on TikTok as much as you can. Until then, you can catch us. All right. Love you.